Welcome to battle number 6 of week number 3 of the FNF Victory Road Draft League Season 3. This battle is going to be pitting Z-Quig's team, which is I Like Corsola, versus Lionhug's team, which is Florida Flesh Ribbons. The Mega Pokemon in this battle are Mega Sableye and Mega Swampert, respectively. And then we also have Z Any Kingdra, Z Attack Mimikyu on Florida Flesh Ribbons. No Z Pokemon on Z-Quig's team today. So this is going to be an interesting battle considering that Sableye, affectionately named Scrabyota, used to be Lionhug's and now is Z-Quig's. Z-Quig's has definitely an interesting roster. I think that Whimsicott will be really good for this battle. It can prankster any setup moves, so if Mimikyu goes for a Swords Dance, it could prankster that Swords Dance and lock it in a cycle, and then maybe Z-Quig's could switch to something else. There's also Delibird, which is really exciting and interesting to see. I really want to see if Delibird goes for a Freeze Dry on Mega Swampert. That would just be really awesome. And Corsola is going to be interesting as well. It could probably set up Stealth Rock. Armaldo can Rapid Spin away rocks, but doesn't like switching into them. And then, of course, Zapdos will be very useful. On Lionhug's team, we have Kingdra and Swampert, but we actually don't have Politoed, so there's no auto Rain Setter. That could really be a detriment to them, but I'm assuming that they will pack Rain Dance on a Pokemon, possibly Sylveon, as that's what they did last time. Mimikyu will also be interesting to watch. It's not particularly great in taking on any of these Pokemon, but it does have Disguise, which gives it that protection from one hit. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Mimikyu is utilized, and I want to jump right in. So let's see how this goes, and we'll begin. In terms of leads, I'm going to expect Corsola and maybe Armaldo. Corsola would be good at setting up rocks right away, which will help a lot for Z-Quigs. Armaldo probably to set up rocks and maybe spin, counter Corsola. Corsola does have Head Smash though, so Armaldo will have to be careful if it's a Head Smash Corsola, because Corsola would then be able to take it down in one shot probably. So we actually start in Delibird's the lead. Delibird and Sylveon Flesh the Sylveon. Lionhug's always naming Sylveon Flesher, variation of Flesh, which is a very interesting nickname. So spikes go up, and there's that Rain Dance from Lionhug's turn 1. The big question is, will it be a regular Rain Dance, or will it last 8 turns due to a Damp Rock? That is something we'll find out later. Looks like Delibird is poised to set up another layer of spikes, and considering it's a lead Delibird, I am assuming that we'll see a Focus Sash on it. Swampert comes in, Wooper's dad, and the Freeze Dry hits Swampert! I wanted to see that Freeze Dry so badly. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Delibird going for the Freeze Dry, taking out Swampert in one shot. That was amazing. Really, oh my gosh, that was great. So, Delibird already pulling its weight on the team. Deca, the Armaldo, is now out. And it can go for a Stone Edge, which will hit pretty much anything pretty hard on Z-Quig's team. It can also go for a Swords Dance and then take advantage of those final turns of rain, since it does have Swift Swim. And yeah, Armaldo is a pretty interesting Pokemon in this battle. I definitely want to see what Armaldo can do. I'm still in shock and popping off from that. I don't even need to pop off, but like, I don't know, just Z-Quigs must feel amazing right now. I remember when I pulled off the Freeze Dry on Mega Swampert Switch-In with Piloswine in Season 1, and that felt so good. So, Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Delibird getting a KO and still at 100%. So it looks like it's yet to be seen if Delibird stays in or does not. Of course, if it goes for a Destiny Bond, that could be pretty interesting versus Armaldo. Armaldo will go first, however, because of the Swift Swim, unless this is not a Swift Swim Armaldo, which I highly doubt, just considering that Lion Hugs is running Rain. Another option is maybe Rapid Spin. Sableye comes in though, and Deca goes for the Stone Edge. That's going to take down Sableye in one shot. Really strong attack there from Deca, the Armaldo. The score is now 5-5, and we've seen 2 one-hit KOs already happen in this battle. Really intense battle. This might be a Choice Band Armaldo, taking advantage of the speed of Rain and getting that nice boost from the Choice Band Stone Edge. Losing Sableye will make it a lot harder to wall this Armaldo. And nothing really wants to be hit by a Stone Edge, actually. I don't know if Stone Edge will be enough to sweep the team, but it'll definitely be enough to put a dent into one more thing on Zequig's team. So Zequig's picking which Pokemon to come in next. I'm really thinking that this is a choice banded Armaldo. I'm not sure. Maybe Sableye was just uninvested in defense. So Zequig's still weighing his options. Yeah, certainly nothing wants to be hit by a Stone Edge at +1 from Armaldo. I do think Corsola and Muck might be able to survive that with their natural bulk. Corsola could in turn go for a Scald, which will probably take Deca down. But it looks like Whimsicringe to Whimsicott is going to be the one who comes in instead. With its prankster shenanigans, Armaldo might be in trouble. One layer of spikes will still punish any Pokemon that comes in on Lion Hug's side except Noivern. The big question is, will Deca go for that Stone Edge again versus Whimsicott? Because it was able to one-hit KO Sableye, I'm thinking it might even be able to one-hit KO Whimsicott, but it is a big risk to take. So no move has been selected yet. Armaldo has a kill though, which is nice, and Delibird too. Really, like both tier 5 Pokemon actually got one-hit KOs in this match against Megas before they could Mega Evolve, which is funny. So the Moonblast is going to hit Droideca, taking it down to 28%, and that Stone Edge actually takes out Whimsicott as well. So actually this is a Life Orb Armaldo, not a Choice Band. Armaldo scores 4-5, and Whimsicott was able to outspeed, but now outspeeding Armaldo will be a very tough affair because Armaldo has that Swift Swim boost. So it looks like the crit did not matter unless there's some investment in defense on Whimsicott. Stone Edge is a high critical hit ratio move, so it does have a higher chance to score a critical hit than normal moves. It does miss, so I guess that's part of the risk reward. The reward being if it hits, it does good damage and it has a chance to crit, but the risk is that it misses quite a few times. I'm thinking we'll see Muck come in, or Corsola. Corsola would have to be careful of Earthquake, however. I'm not sure Stone Edge would be able to KO Corsola. Actually, Muck would have to be careful of Earthquake too. Zapdos is still alive, which could really benefit from Armaldo being gone. And I think that maybe even Z-Quigs will throw in Delibird if it has a Sash, just to survive that Stone Edge and then take out Armaldo, as it seems to be a very big threat in this battle. And it looks like Corsola is the next one to come out to face Droideca. Will we see the Earthquake? Regardless of what happens, Droideca has a maximum of 2 more turns of attack unless Sylveon goes for a Wish to restore its health. There's also the option of Superpower. I'm not sure if Armaldo's going to take it though, because if it does, it's pretty much dead unless the spikes go away. Noivern might be able to defog them, but yeah, I think Earthquake might be more bang for their buck. Corsola, of course, does have the option to go for Scald or Liquidation, depending on what set it's running. Really hit hard in the rain, finish off Armaldo. Armaldo will be very useful for Zapdos though, so I'm not sure if Lionhug's going to try to preserve it just for Zapdos later. It can come in onto spikes one more time and then attack one more time with Life Orb. Score is 4-5. Both trainers really deliberating. Looks like Sylveon comes in, and the Stealth Rock are now up as well. So actually Armaldo won't be able to come in another time unless these hazards are defogged or, yeah, defogged away. So the Reflect is now up. This seems to be a support Corsola. The Protect gave Corsola pretty much a free turn to set up that screen. Might go for a Light Screen as well, especially if it's holding Light Clay. And Makalola comes in. Sylveon goes for Rain Dance one more time. Reflect is up, so Muck will be protected by any strong physical hits. So it seems like Kingdra is going to have to be the one who takes Muck down in this scenario. Either Kingdra or Noivern, which does have Infiltrator, I believe, and that could help in also circumnavigating those screens. Look at Muck's Stripes move. Very fun little animation to watch. Muck could be troublesome now, considering Armaldo can't really switch in easily. Lionhugs, if they don't have defog on Noivern, this is going to be a lot harder for them from here on out. So the Wish goes up, and there's that knockoff, removing the leftovers, as well as poisoning Sylveon. So it looks like Lionhugs is going to try to ensure that whatever comes in is able to do so safely. And the rain is only up for 3 more turns because there was no Damp Rock attached. I actually just thought of it, and Swift Swim as an ability for rain is interesting because when it rains, you're not swimming, you're just getting like rained on. So Swift Swim's an interesting way to name that ability. Maybe a better name would be like Water Slide, like you're sliding on your belly across the floor, like in Mario Sunshine when you make the water, when you spray the ground with water and then you slide and you go faster. But there's not really anything to swim in inherently when it's raining. Like, it's not like rain automatically creates an ocean. So in comes Hurricane Andrew 2, the Kingdra, brought down to 76% from the hazards. The knockoff is going to poison and remove choice specs from Kingdra. Kingdra is now at 87%. That poison touch really working for Z-Quigs. But now Kingdra is ready to hit very hard in the rain due to the fact that it is boosted by rain. There's no light screen up, it's just reflect, so a Hydro Pump will hit incredibly hard. I'm still wondering if Noivern has Deep Fog. I'm inclined to believe it does, because that would be good hazard control for Armaldo to be able to come back in. Everything's losing about a quarter of their health now because of the fact that Stealth Rock and Spikes are both laid out on the field. So the Surf's only going to do about 34%. Gunk Shot brings Hurricane Andrew down to 17%. Makalola probably holding a vest considering how especially defensive it is. And the Draco Meteor hits, still doing 34%. There's that Pursuit killing Kingdra. The score is now 4-4. Muck protected by a Reflect, and also most likely holding Vest, which makes it a lot bulkier on the special side. I think we might see Mimikyu come in, try to set up a Swords Dance, and then go for a Play Rough or something. 2 more turns of Reflect, though. That could be enough for Muck to be able to survive. Or we might see Noivern come in and remove those hazards now. I don't think Noivern's particularly strong against any of the Pokemon remaining, so a Suicide Hazard remover seems like it might be its best bet. Lionhugs is just really going to want to make sure to set up Rain at least one more time in this match, because then Armaldo will outspeed everything else. I think Armaldo is definitely their win con if they could remove those hazards. But Mimikyu comes in, Florida Child, and Mimikyu, it's at 75% due to the hazards. Mimikyu's now free to set up a Swords Dance if it wants to. It will probably go for that considering the Reflect is still up, so Muck will definitely be able to live a Play Rough. Despite the fact Mimikyu has a Disguise up, Poison Touch still is effective, so Mimikyu could still get poisoned. Also, I apologize for any mowing the lawn sounds in the background. Eon saying, is this a reference to how Florida children are both fairies and ghosts at the same time? That sounds extremely interesting. I myself was once a Florida child. Perhaps I was a ghost and a fairy at the same time. A changeling, perhaps. Maybe I was like swapped at birth. I like the changeling stories, like they're funny. Like, yeah, we switched your child for a more, like, what's the word? For a troublesome prankster child. So the Swords Dance is up, Reflect still is up for one more turn, Mimikyu is ripped and ready to go. Makalola goes for that knockoff to remove the disguise from Mimikyu. A play rough will hurt even behind a screen. Not sure if Makalola is able to take that. The big question now is, does Z-Quigs save Makalola for later, as it is a pretty valuable Pokemon, or should Makalola just be sacrificed now, considering it also has low HP? Looks like Z-Quigs decides to save Makalola. Corsola comes in. The Play Rough is not going to do a lot. That Reflect is gone. Wow, that did a lot less than I thought it would do. This might be a maximally defensive Corsola. And it might be able to set up another Reflect right now, actually, which would be enough for maybe Zapdos to survive and then revenge kill. We are on turn 14 and we're about to hit 30 minutes in this recording. The battler's taking their time. Play Rough is going to do 60% to Corsola, who sets up another Reflect. That Corsola is bulky. I think it's probably maximum defense Corsola. But one more Play Rough will be enough to do it and take Corsola down. So Corsola now hanging on at 12%. It might be a regenerator. If it is, it could come back and forth with that Reflect up and be relatively comfortable taking a hit. But if Mimikyu gets another Swords Dance up, that's bad news for Corsola. And considering it's invested in defense, it's probably quite passive. So Mimikyu is actually free to set up another Swords Dance now. And Zapdos, the Zapdos comes in. Play Rough does not hit because it misses. This could be a Z Crystal Mimikyu. We might see Let's Snuggle forever, because there hasn't been any Life Orb damage, and Mimikyu has been able to switch its attacks up. So it's not choiced, it's not Life Orb. So the Volt Switch is going to hit, bringing Mimikyu down to 16%. and causing Zapdos to lose 10%, so it is a Life Orb Zapdos. Corsola comes in with 45%. The Z move is there. Twinkle Tackle, it takes out Corsola, and the score is now 3-4. Zapdos comes back in. One more Volt Switch will be enough to take down Mimikyu. I think Mimikyu might just go for the Shadow Sneak to get some damage off before it dies. That Reflect is protecting Zapdos though, and the Volt Switch actually takes out Mimikyu. Zapdos now at 81% from the Life Orb recoil. Scores 3-3. Makalola comes in, a Reflect is still up, and in comes Maleficent and Noivern. This is it. We'll see if Maleficent is going to try to take out Muck, or just go for the Defog. I'm thinking Defog, Sylveon sets up Rain, and then Armaldo tries to pick off the rest. Although it does have Life Orb damage, so Armaldo could only, even if hazards go away, take out 2 Pokemon. So maybe it's actually better if Lion Hugs tries to take down Muck with Noivern. It's just that I don't know if Noivern can take Muck down, even with a Draco Meteor. We'll see. Actually, it does take down Muck with a Draco Meteor. That is enough to take it down. Score is now 2-3, but Maleficent is left pretty vulnerable at 66%, with its special attack brought down 2 stages. Delibird comes in. If Delibird has Ice Shard, this could be another kill for Delibird. This is the big question. Will Ice Shard be used? And will... It looks like Sylveon comes in. Lion Hugs does not want to risk it. It's a Freeze Dry, not an Ice Shard. Transflush now at 19%. I think it's going to try to set up Rain Dance one last time, probably. The Freeze Dry hits first, though, and down Sylveon goes. Noivern has to come out next and Defog. Otherwise, Armaldo dies. Armaldo won't be going first, though. Oh, this is tough. It looks like Delibird is actually the one who's going to win it for Z-Quigs. Unless Noivern is able to take down Delibird in one shot, which I'm not sure if it could do. Delibird might have a Focus Sash, considering it was a lead. Noivern comes in at 41%. The Draco Meteor hits. Indeed, it does have a Sash. Delibird is going to be able to take out Maleficent with a Freeze Dry, and that's exactly what happens. Down Maleficent goes, and the last Pokemon standing is Armaldo. But because Armaldo is hit by those spikes and those rocks, it goes down. And that is the match. It's a 2-0 victory for I Like Corsola. Z-Quig's team over Lion Hug's team, which is Florida Flesh Ribbon. And really interesting match. I think that Lion Hugs really needed to hazard control better. If Noivern was able to get a Defog up earlier, Armaldo would have been able to sweep in the rain again. Delibird, though, wow. Delibird ended up being Z-Quig's MVP. What a turn of events. Delibird and Corsola actually worked very well together, which is a very funny thing to say in a competitive setting. But it worked, and it worked really well. So Z-Quigs is going to continue 1-1. Lion Hugs is at 0-2 right now, but anything could still happen. It's only week 2. Tune in for some more week 2 battles coming up. And this is Noel from Hypno Slumber Party. I'll see you then.